crazy for you to talk about giving this place up just to keep me out of the line of fire.
Well, it's more than that.
You cannot let my father drive us away. He's already done enough, but with paying people to kidnap me, I could have pressed charges, but I didn't.
Your father owns a third of this club. It's gonna be real tough to keep him out of here.
But that's just it. You don't have to. For the first time in my life, I finally made it clear to him that there's nothing he can do or say that's going to change my mind about him or about you.
Well, he's gonna keep trying. Believe me.
Well, if he pushes too far, I will go to the police.
I don't want to fight. Especially about your dad.
I love this place.
Let me do what I gotta do. Okay?
Sorry I'm late, Dusty. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Lucy?
I've got it, Emma. It's probably the boy with the milk.
Oh, Jordan, what are you doing here?
I invited him. He's called twice a day since word got out that you were here. He just wanted to know if you were okay.
Emma.
Come on in. Come on in. Make yourself at home.
I won't stay long. I just wanted to see you for a moment.
How are you?
Functioning. Sort of. You?
You know,
No, I don't.
I'm getting a lot of sleep and ruining Emma's vegetable garden in my hands.
I miss him, Rosanna. Even more now that he's...
How's Jennifer? You guys straightened everything out?
No. She's broken it off. She doesn't want me in her life anymore.
You're home. No. But I'm better now that you're here, so come on. Yeah, it's been piling up since, Mom went off the deep end. Oh, Paul, whose mother does the things that our mother does? Who drives a car into the state mental hospital?
Better she's breaking in than out. Have you heard from Rosanna?
Yeah.
Because she's not returning any of my phone calls.
Oh, I'm sorry, Paul. She shouldn't be blaming you for Cabot's death.
I think she does.
Any word on Stenbeck?
Did you know that he called Mother when Mother was in jail?
She was still in touch with him even after Cabot died?
Yeah, I hired somebody to penetrate the Oakdale PD phone records, and Mother received a phone call from her lawyer, only that phone call came from a cell phone, which is registered to James Q. Stenbeck, which is why I'm here. I have to have a little chat with Mother. If I have to shine a light in her eyes or put bamboo under her fingernails, I'm gonna get her to talk.
Be a good little orderly and take my tray away, would you?
You gotta keep your strength up, Mom.
Oh, honey. Oh, I'm so glad to see you. I just can't bear the thought of you being locked up in this place. Are you all right?
But I can't stay long. I gotta get back to the ward before
You
they
just
miss
got
me.
here.
You'll be okay. You just gotta keep telling them what they want to hear.
And I don't even know what that is. What do they want me to say? That I regret doing what I did, because I don't. I'd do it again in a second. I would do anything to protect you. You know that. And that means I'm going to be in here for weeks and weeks and weeks more. And I'll tell you something, this place is so depressing. It's not surprising that no one gets well and gets out of here. How do I convince Dr. whatever his name is that I don't belong here?
Just be yourself, Mom. The guy will love you.
You're sure? Jack was with another woman.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it just looked like they were together, you know? Maybe they were just walking in the same direction.
They were together. They were talking. They seemed really close.
What do you mean close?
You know, together.
Well, when you first saw the picture, you said that you weren't positive, so maybe it wasn't Jack.
Well, I didn't hear a name, but the more I look at this, the more I know this is who I saw.
With a woman?
And their kid.
Their kid?
A little boy. I just assumed they were a family.
Hey, you don't have to worry, Julia. I won't hurt you. I would never hurt you.
How do you know?
You don't even know who you are.
Paul, Mom's under court-ordered observation. She can't have any visitors.
I'll figure out a way in.
Even if you do manage to get in to see her, she's just gonna lie to you.
I have other options. I got somebody watching James Stenbeck's bank accounts. I mean, the ones that I know about. I even tapped Mom's phone lines. I even hired somebody to watch Jordan. What? What is that?
Paul, I know that you want to catch James and fix things. But some things are not meant to be fixed. Cabot is gone. Nothing will ever be the same. And I meant what I said. It's not your fault that he died.
I didn't think that James was actually going to hurt Cabot. I thought he was just playing with my head. I thought he was just pitting me against Jordan.
He was pitting you against Jordan. In more ways than you know.
What really kills me is that Rosanna's suffering.
I wouldn't worry too much about Rosanna. She found a way to cope.
You explained to Jennifer what happened? You told her it wasn't premeditated? That we were grieving?
I told her, but the way she sees it, I turned to you instead of her.
But that's not true.
It is true, Rosanna. We did turn to each other.
Do you want me to talk to her?
No. I think that would only make things worse.
Well, what do you think we should do?
That's just it. There's nothing we can do. She won't see me.
Well, what are you gonna do?
I didn't come here to talk about all of that. I just wanted to see you. Make sure that you were all right. I'm gonna go. I'll still be at the Lakeview if you need anything, okay?
Jordan, I'm glad you came. Thank you for coming.
Cabot was very lucky to have had you.
And you.
You okay?
Yeah, You were right. As usual. He's a good man. Most other men would just walk away.
Well, now don't you lose heart here. There's a lot of good people in this world still.
Mm-hmm. And I'm looking at one of them. Oh, I must hug you. Oh, I'm so sorry if I've been self-centered lately.
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
nonsense, nonsense. Sweetheart, you just lost a child. Needed a little time to rest, that's all.
You know, Jordan misses him as much as I do. And it seems like his girlfriend, Jennifer, just broke up with him.
Well, it's been my experience that the best way to heal a broken heart is to think about someone else, to help someone else. If there's something you can do for Jordan, maybe now's the time.
Look, I know that you would never hurt me or JJ intentionally. You're not mean. You're not like him. I know.
Talking about your ex-husband.
He wasn't like that when I met him. You know? It wasn't until after JJ was born, he, I think just the pressure of having a new baby started getting to him, you know? And I wasn't working as much because of the baby, and he got bumped off a couple of jobs, and, everybody's broke after their first baby, right? But he didn't, want to come home anymore, so he started hanging out at the bar and, drinking, and, you know, he'd come home very quiet, you know, too quiet, and, I'd ask him what was wrong, and he just would lose it. Or he'd see JJ's toys laying in the yard, and he'd go after him, and...
Hit him, you mean? You too?
He always apologized, and he always said he loved JJ, and... he just had a really short temper, you know, he didn't have a lot of patience. And, he wanted JJ to be perfect, but what kid's perfect? What kid can live up to that, you know? So eventually, one of my neighbors called Child Welfare Services, which I was glad that they did. But I either had to divorce him or lose JJ, and I wasn't gonna lose JJ. And our marriage was pretty much over at that point anyway, so I divorced him, and I got a restraining order, but he ignored it. So I left. I left El Paso and I came here.
And now he's following you here.
Which is fine. You know what? He did me a favor, because this time he's going to jail. Anyway. So that's my story, and, I guess it's not hard to see why I didn't really want to share it.
Or why you felt like you couldn't trust me. Julia, hey, listen, I don't remember a lot of things about myself, but I know this. I don't hit women, and I sure as hell don't hit children. And you have nothing to worry about, because I will always be a part of your life. I'll never walk out of your life. You can count on that.
I know that it might have looked like that, but there's no way that Jack could have another family. He already has a family.
I mean, I know lots of guys that have families and still chase other women.
Jack's not like that.
Are you sure? I thought he was hitting on me at first.
What did he say?
Well, it was more of a question. Did I know him?
He asked you if you knew him?
Maybe it wasn't a line. He seemed kind of confused.
And then this woman came along.
With the boy, like I said.
What did she look like?
Same age as you, dark hair.
Anything more specific? A wedding ring, a class ring from a nearby school, or a scar, a tattoo, anything?
Oh, she had a big, bright floral bag.
A big, bright floral bag.
Like a beach bag, only nicer than that. It was red with flowers all over it.
I'm wondering if you could watch my little boy for me just so I can change my baby's diaper, if that's okay.
It's great. I wouldn't mind at all, yeah.
Really? Good. Thanks. You're a lifesaver.
And then the man, this Jack person, he took the bag, slung it over his shoulder, and off they went.
You're all right, man.
For those who never quit, the battery that never quits. Energizer. Keep going.
I gotta run some errands.
Do you want me to come with you?
No, it's okay. I'll be back soon. Aaron, if the sous chef shows up...
All right, the check is on your table. I got it. Dusty, hey, I'm really sorry about... So, you and Dusty, huh?
Yeah. For a while. It's funny, working here, I thought you knew.
Nope.
Was I supposed to tell you?
That's totally up to you. And we're still friends, right?
I hope so.
Yeah.
So, are you seeing anybody?
Me? No. No, I mean, there's girls here that I meet. I meet a lot of people, Nobody really special. Allie. Not that we're seeing each other or anything like that.
Isn't she just about to get married to Chris?
Yeah, but we hooked up to do that contest in the paper. Yeah.
She never did things the easy way, did she?
What do you mean?
You just think she would team up with her fiancé.
I thought you were going off to school somewhere.
I'm taking the semester off.
Because of Dusty?
Because of a lot of things. Would there be a problem with that?
You tell me.
Look, I know I said a lot of nasty things about him when you and I were breaking up. But I didn't know him. He's a really amazing person. He makes me feel really good about myself. For the first time in a long time, I feel like everything's perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah. Why?
No, nothing. I mean, that's the way you feel. I mean, who am I to say,
Well, you obviously have an opinion.
I just know you, Luce. And while you're obviously all over Dusty, something's just not right.
I think I met that woman. With the bag. And her son. He was cute, right? Sandy brown hair, longish blue eyes.
That's him.
Did you happen to catch a name?
I just saw her from a distance.
But you're sure that they were together?
That's what it looked like. I really have to get back to work.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much.
Good luck to you.
Thanks. She saw him. She talked to him.
She's positive?
She recognized him from the picture, and you're not going to believe this. She described this woman that he was with. I met her. She has a little boy Parker's age. He was saying that they were going to meet somebody, a friend. Obviously, he was referring to Jack.
All right, now, how did you happen to meet this woman?
She watched Parker for me for a couple of minutes when I took Sage to change her diaper. When I got back, Parker was very upset. He was insisting that her son had taken something from him. He meant Jack.
Oh, Mrs.
The boy
Snyder.
had taken Jack.
Well, Mrs. Snyder.
They were arguing about a toy, but that's not why Parker was upset. He knew that this child was spending time with Jack.
Look, I think you're jumping to conclusions.
You haven't been living with my child the past couple of months. He has Jack radar like you would not believe. If we find this woman and her son, we find Jack.
What, did she tell you her name, where she works, where they live?
I know that she said she lives nearby the park.
Well, that's it?
Well, I wasn't thinking about tracking her down when I met her.
It's not much to go on. I mean, unless Martha knows more, we...
No, she said she just saw her from a distance. She said she had a big red floral beach bag, and I know her son had a little backpack that he carried his toys. JJ. Her son's name was JJ.
Jack, I could jump on this. You're smart, you're kind, you're handsome. My kid loves you. You love my kid?
I love your kid. What's the problem?
Oh.
Missing the problem?
Okay. Let's say that I did this. I jump on it. We go with it. What if we make love and then we start a life together? What happens when there's a knock on the door? And it's your wife, or it's your friend, or it's your brother, or it's your business partner, whoever it is, standing there with open arms. And that's the best thing that could possibly happen, right? Because I can only imagine how broken up your family is and how much they miss you. But what about us? You know, what happens to us? What happens to me and JJ? Because you'd have to go back. So where does that leave us?
We work on it.
How do we work on it, though? If you have a wife and you have kids, they're not going to want to share you, Jack. And they shouldn't have to, you know?
No, Julia, there's only one problem wrong with your theory. Okay, but if I have people out there, family, friends, where are they? It's been weeks. And I know we have had this conversation before, but if it was you who went missing, your picture would be on every paper. And your face would be all over the TV, and your name would be on every missing persons list from here to Springfield. And I wouldn't stop, I wouldn't rest until I found you.
I wouldn't worry too much about it. The doctors here are pretty cool. It's all about the reasons for stuff, you know? Like, if you can convince them that you were sane, but you had a good reason for what you did, you walk.
I hope this doctor has a son as wonderful as you.
I'll put in a word with my shrink. But I gotta get going. I'm seeing the doctor after lunch.
Oh, good. We'll all be sane by dinner time. I'm looking forward to that.
We're having chicken cutlets tonight.
Goody.
Try and eat something, Mom. You'll feel better.
You know what? I should be taking care of you.
No, Mom. It's like I said, now it's my turn. Do you remember what you told me?
I have told you 100 million things.
Yeah, but it all boils down to one. All I ever need to know is that you love me.
That's right. And we stick together.
Yeah, we do.
Jennifer, if you've got something to tell me about Rosanna, tell me, please.
She left town. That's what I heard.
Well, she still keeps a suite at the Lakeview because all of my phone messages have been piling
I
up
assume
there.
that she's coming back. But maybe not, and maybe that would be for the best.
What does that mean?
Paul, it's just that we have all been through so much.
How are you and Jordan?
Could you get that? I need to make a phone call, finish up an order.
Jen.
Coming up on As the World Turns.
I'm just never going to be able to forgive you. I wonder if Paul will ever forgive you for what you've done.
We're running out of time. If we don't find Jack soon, we could lose him forever.
I didn't realize that you were back.
And I thought you were out of town.
Yeah, I came here to see Jennifer. Would you tell her that I stopped
No,
by?
come on in. Please, come on in.
No, thank you.
Jen's just in the other room. She's on the phone.
Oh, well, I can't stay, so...
Rosanna, you can't avoid me forever.
Yeah, I can try.
I think we did the best that we could.
No, we didn't. We were selfish and arrogant. We did what we wanted to do, and to hell with James, and look what it cost us. Cabot is dead. And any chance that we had is lost. And I can't stand here and talk to you about it or debate it, okay? I don't have the strength to do this. I'm just gonna...
Don't, please don't, please. Look, Rosanna, don't do this. If you do this, then James wins.
Jack, this is a small town. I haven't read anything but the local paper in months. I don't have time. And television, I don't watch news because it's too depressing. I mean, for all I know, your face could be plastered all over.
See, Julia, please pull up bulletins on missing persons. Welfare agencies, they're constantly on the lookout. Someone would have recognized me.
Jack, when you were brought in, you were really badly injured. You were half drowned. It's possible that the people with you think that you're dead, or that, you know, or that they died in the accident. I don't know. Listen, I'm just guessing. It's a huge world, though, and you could have lost your way thousands of miles from here, Jack. The only thing I know for sure, I know that someday somebody's gonna knock on that door, and you're gonna get your life back. Promise.
How can you be so sure, Julia?
Because anyone who knows you could never forget you.
According to the tax rolls, there's a single woman living about a mile downriver who has a minor child named John Joseph.
JJ.
Yeah, but there's no age listed.
What's the address?
Now, Mrs. Snyder, I know how important this is to you, but please, let me check it out first.
My son said we're running out of time. If we don't find Jack soon, we could lose him forever. Now you give me that address.
It's my father. He's a problem.
Were you just figuring that out?
No, it's much worse. I can't even really go into it. He's not exactly a part of my life anymore. At least I want nothing to do with him, but he can't take no for an answer, so. Anyway, he owns part of the club, so we can't keep him out. So I think Dusty might give up this place, do business somewhere else.
Well, I know where he is. And with your dad on his back, if he can get out from under this, I say do it. And of course, if that's not the problem.
No. I mean, you know my father when he gets obsessed. It's impossible.
All right, so Dusty's plan makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. I guess it does.
I mean, what's the problem then, Luz?
Maybe there is no problem. Maybe Dusty's plan is totally legitimate. Maybe not.
So you're afraid Dusty's gonna get back involved in business with those guys he used to know?
I don't even know who those guys are.
Yeah.
I just heard the gossip that these guys in Chicago were a bit less than legal, and this bar was club was his chance to go straight. But I mean, I don't know, you work here, is that right?
I don't know. You know, but what I will tell you is that when Dusty Donovan makes up his mind on something, there's no changing it.
that your boy Raphael?
Nah, we just spar. I was never getting a ring with Raphael.
You find somebody yet?
Not yet. Why?
Thinking about branching out. Getting into something new, you know?
Sure, now you bagged your partner's daughter, right?
You interested? Or do I take my business somewhere else?
You got a boxer in mind?
Yeah. Nobody you know.
Even better.
You guarantee my money off the top, I'll set up the match, I find you a fighter, I'll put your boy in the match.
And you leave me out.
We never even had this conversation.
Sounds good.
He's not bad.
Raphael would eat him for lunch. That's why this kid you have in mind better have thick skin.
James already won. We lost everything. It's over.
No, it is if you quit. It is if you give up.
This was all a test. Don't you see that? If you had opened the right door, if you had saved Cabot, then maybe we would all be together now. Maybe saving me is what triggered the explosion.
Who knows? I don't know. We're never going to know that. But for you to blame me for some insane situation that my father set up...
Yeah, but we knew that it was insane. You knew more than anyone, and still you chose to antagonize him so you could win.
You of all people. You've never capitulated anybody. You'd never placate anyone. You fight. That's what you do. That's what I do when you're up against something that's wrong. And James, taking everybody hostage, that was wrong.
It all sounds very pretty now. And yes, I wanted to believe that at the time. But ultimately, Cabot was sacrificed. Because you couldn't accept the fact that sometimes you can't win. Not when the person is stronger, or more ruthless, or willing to kill a baby to prove a point.
I've been over this. I've been over this, Rosanna, and I've been over it. And I don't think that there's anything that we could have done any different.
Yeah, we could have believed him. You could have backed off.
That would have meant losing you, and I wasn't willing to do that.
Yeah, right. You wanted me. And at the time, I wasn't strong enough to resist you, and you knew that. And for that, I'm just never going to be able to forgive you. I wonder if Paul will ever forgive you for what you've done.
How's your stay been so far?
My stay. As in sit, stay, roll over.
So it's fair to say you resent being here.
I behaved badly because my son is locked up in this place. He never should have been here at all, and you have him locked up in a cell.
He never should have been here?
My son is the most loving, gentle, loyal child you could ever meet.
Loyal to you mean?
Yes, to me. I'm his mother. Do you have any idea what it's like to open your heart to your children and have them turn away from you? Will is my only ally, my truest love.
Who betrayed you, Barbara? Who made it so hard for you to trust?
Someday, Doctor, when you've lived long enough to understand more than what you've read in your books, you will envy me. Because I know how the world works. I am very lucky. And I don't need your therapy. I have Will. And that's all that matters.
So, what happened to Mom after they took her away?
She was treated for stress at Oakdale Memorial. Then the court ordered her brought here for observation, but you won't see her. She's in a separate wing on a secure floor.
Good.
Good.
Do you know how long I've waited for someone to put that woman away?
You sure? You sure you're okay with this? You're not scared to get close to me?
Not anymore.
Oh.
So you understand that while you're here, you won't be allowed to see Will.
Do you understand what it's been like for me all these months? Not being able to talk to him, tell him how I'm feeling. So just knowing that we're breathing the same air, walking the same hallways, it's a miracle.
So you're glad you're here?
I I would check into hell for my son.
I mean, do you have any idea what it's like to live with someone like my mom? It's all about her, all day, every day. What she needs, why she didn't get it, who she hates, how to get even. It's exhausting.
So you're glad to be here?
I'd go to hell to avoid her.
I know I've made mistakes. I never should have left Will's father. But Will's forgiven me. He knows I'm not perfect. And he knows that I'll spend the rest of my life trying to make it up to him.
She's got this idea that we're fated, that it's supposed to be me and Mom against the big bad world. Only, guess who gets caught? You know, I'm not saying she doesn't suffer, but I do the time. I pay the price.
So Barbara's responsible for you being here?
I put the poison in Rose D'Angelo's mouthwash. I'm the reason she died. But why did I do it? I had nothing against Rose. She was nice to me. But Mom's got her own agenda. You know, she wanted Rose gone and Paul back in the family. That's her thing. Rounding up her kids, you know, bringing us all closer together so she can protect us. Because she loves us.
Have you ever loved anyone, Doctor? Really loved them? They become your world. It's where you live. It's what you think about, what you cherish and tend to and sacrifice for. I have sacrificed everything for my children. My health, my ambition, my future. I would give my life for Will. And he knows it.
Mom's Mom. She's always gonna need me.
Barbara is a grown woman. She's responsible for her own well-being.
Tell her that.
I'm not minimizing how difficult this is, Will. Becoming aware of your mother's hold on you, recognizing the fact that you need to separate from her, beginning to make your own choices. It's very difficult. But I want you to keep reminding yourself that it's not unkind or disloyal to grow up.
You know, one good thing about life with Mom? It's trained me to do whatever's necessary. She won't be a problem.
What are you talking about? What could you have done wrong?
Jennifer, this is not the time or the place.
Ask her about Jordan.
Jennifer, if you don't mind.
Actually, I do mind. Very much. Because Paul is my brother and he deserves to know what you've done.
I came here to talk to you about this privately.
She slept with your brother.
With Jordan.
I saw them together.
Please, Jack. Be here.
God.
Next week on As the World Turns.
I love you. I stayed here to be with you.
So it is only with your help that we can bring him home. That he can come home to his children so terribly.
I love you.